I get this, but you don't have to be scared to join conversations. You just have to know how to read the room and when to join and when not to. Hi, I'm Day. I'm a social skills coach and I give advice on how to navigate social situations and avoid social awkwardness. So a lot of people, like this commenter, are scared to join conversations because they're scared of rejection. They're scared that the people are going to snub them or be rude to them and then that they're going to end up embarrassed. And you know what? Sometimes that does happen. I'm not going to say that that's not a real fear, but you don't have to let that fear stop you from joining conversations that you might want to be a part of. You just have to know when to do it. You also have to know how to do it and when to bow out. That's a big thing that gets people in trouble. So, for example, let's say you're at work or you're at a party and you hear a light, happy conversation that sounds interesting. If you hear something that you agree with, or you have something to add, you can chime in. I actually have a video on how to join conversations. That's what this comment is commented on. So click on this comment if you want to go and check that out. But light conversations in open areas like that or at social events, they're fair game. If you're out and about by yourself, let's say, and you hear a group of people talking and you happen to have something to add, like, I don't know, something crazy just happened and they're talking about it and you want to jump in, you can chime in then, because technically that's something that you were both a part of because you were both there to experience it. Now, in a situation where you're out by yourself and they're a group out together, I would keep the things you add short and I would bow out early, because you don't want to do that thing where you come off like you're taking over a conversation. And if you stay too long and they're not giving you social cues that they want that, you run the risk of annoying them and having them talk behind your back when you leave. And I know I said giving social cues before, but honestly, some people, they won't give you the social cues that they want you to leave them alone, like out of politeness. So you have to kind of play this one by ear, but as a general rule of thumb, if you join a group conversation and you're out by yourself and they're together, keep it short and bow out if you join it all, because at the end of the day, they want to spend time with each other. I also want to add one side note is if they're asking you questions about yourself to get to know you, that's a sign that they're enjoying your company and that you're welcome in a group conversation that you're now a part of. If they're not doing that and they're just entertaining you, leave, cut it. Now, what's equally important to know is when to not join a group conversation, okay? Joining a group conversation when it's not socially acceptable to do it comes off as rude and intrusive. If people are discussing a very serious or private matter, do not jump in. I don't care what you hear. No, you didn't. For example, if you were to see someone consoling someone else who's upset about something or even crying, even if you're feeling compassionate, do not jump in unless this is someone very close to you and you know them. If they're talking in hushed tones, even if you're able to hear, that's a sign they don't want other people to hear. Do not join the conversation then. If two people are having a confrontation, do not join. Not unless somebody is in danger. And this is a big one. If you hear people talking and you disagree with what's being said, do not jump in to say your opinion. You will be met with anger from people because you're going to come across like you're arguing no matter what your intention is. The exception is if you hear somebody being racist or sexist or otherwise bigoted, then you can call that out. But jumping in just to disagree with people, absolutely not. So you don't have to wait for an explicit invitation. You just have to know how to assess the situation.